Hi guys, this is a request from some of you guys here who asked me about making an instructional video on how to use the BitUnix apps to place a trade. Well, here you go. So I'm going to go through on a step-by-step basis, run through a few features here and there to show you how you can use your BitUnix apps to place a trade. So first of all, you will need to download your BitUnix app. So go to your browser of your phone and type bitunix.com. Okay. And when you go to the main official website, okay, so I will need you to be a little bit careful of this because as you can see on the top here, this one is say that BitUnix official website. Okay, so don't go to that one because I think someone created that to redirect some people over there that will lead them to another sign up. So look for this one where you have this icon where you can see the logo of BitUnix here. And the address is going to be like bitunix.com too. So go into that. It's going to look something like this. So you need to scroll all the way down where you can see this App Store and Android APK. On Google Play, it's not available yet. They are still updating the APK file for Google Play. So if you're using an Apple phone, you're going to download the app using App Store. But in my case here, I'm using an Android phone. So I'm going to download it using the Android APK file. So I'm going to click onto that. It will ask me whether I'm going to download this file again because I have already downloaded the file. So I'm going to click download again and wait for the download to complete it. Then you need to access the file to install it. Okay, so you're going to do something like this. So you're going to open with your package installer and install the app, staging the app. And if they ask you to update the app, just click update. And for my case here, I think the update is going to fail because I already has an app on my phone. So, but this is generally the process. So you download it and install the app on your phone, and then you are going to have the apps appearing over here. Okay, so when you go to your BitUnix app, this is how you're going to look like. So first step first, you need to click on the sign up button to get your new account. So signing up process is very, very easy. You just key in your email, your password for this particular account that you wanted to use. But one very, very important step that you should not miss is to click onto this invitation code. Even though it's written there optional, but you need to key in this 8US6. Okay, so very, very super important. Put in your email, put in your password, and put in your invitation code 8US6 before you click the sign up button. Okay, so basically that is how do you sign up your BitUnix account. And once you did that already, it will lead you to the main homepage of your BitUnix app. So once you've logged into your BitUnix app, it's going to look something like this. On the top left corner is basically your profile. And under your profile, what you can see right here, your user ID. You can copy your user ID and send it over to my Telegram so that I can add you to the support group. So this is the user ID that you need to copy too. And of course, there are some other features here that you can probably just go around with it and experiment with it. But the most important thing here is not this thing. So you just go back one step, and whereby we're going to start on a step-by-step basis based from this screen alone. And we are going to see like what are the things that we can do here and how are we going to place a trade using this BitUnix app. When you log into your BitUnix account, so basically this is going to be your interface that you're going to see. You're going to see your balance over here. Then this is your home page. You have markets. I'm just scrolling through the bottom part of it. And bear in mind that the version that I'm using right now is the APK file for Android version. So if you are using your Apple phone, it might look a little bit different, but of course, all the features and the rest of the controls are basically the same. Maybe the placement is just a little bit different. I don't know, because I don't use any Apple phone. Well, this is an Android version of it. Okay, so this is your futures trade, this is your spot trading, and this is going to be your assets. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to start with assets first, because it's very important that you need to understand how do you fund your wallet at the first place. Okay, so when you go to your assets, basically the bottom right button right here is going to show you how much funds do you have in your account, and within your BitUnix apps there will be a certain wallets right here. Okay, so if you scroll the bottom part here, you can see that you have my accounts. Under my accounts, you have spot wallet, futures account, earn account, copy account. So each of these wallet here will give you a different features depending on which type of a product that you would like to trade within the BitUnix app. Okay, so if let's say you wanted to buy Bitcoin, by using spot trading. So you need to make sure that your spot account is funded in a way. So if you wanted to trade futures, you will need to move your funds to the futures account. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to talk about how are you going to deposit your fund into your BitUnix account. So click on the deposit first. Then from here, you would like to deposit your USDT, which is basically the main coin that we use to trade futures and also the rest of your cryptocurrency as well. So from here, what you need to make sure is that there are a couple of networks here you can choose, especially when you wanted to fund USDT. Say, for example, I'm going to use this TRC20 by Tron. So I'm going to click onto that. So this long wallet address is the one that you need to copy and paste onto the wallet that you wanted to withdraw from. And you need to make sure that the wallet that you withdraw the funds from is going to have the same exact network, which is the TRC20 network. This is super important. You need to make sure that you are using the same network between the wallet that you're transferring from to your BitUnix account. Okay, so a tip for you guys here is that when you wanted to transfer your funds from the BitUnix, from the exchange into your BitUnix wallet, you just need to make sure that the fees charged is going to be the lowest charges from the wallet that you wanted to transfer from. So each and every time when you wanted to withdraw funds, it will show you that how much is going to be the charges that will be charged from that by using that network. Okay, so choose one that you feel that it is affordable for you to pay for that, the transferring fees, and also make sure that that network is available in BitUnix. Okay, so by choosing the network from here. Okay, say for example, you want to use like BEP20, so make sure that you choose BEP20 and copy this address and paste it onto the wallet that you wanted to send from. Okay, so as simple as that. Then the rest of it, you just follow the on-screen instruction from there. Then you will have your funds arrive in your spot wallet like this. Okay, so once you have your funds transferred into your spot wallet already, that will say for example you wanted to trade futures. What you can do is that you need to make an internal transfer. Now, what is going to be the difference between withdraw and transfer right here is whereby withdraw, when you click on withdraw, say withdraw USDT, well, within this withdraw options, you can withdraw on-chain. That means you are going to use network. Okay, so you need to choose network like what we mentioned just now. Then there is also an internal transfer available as well. So internal transfer is basically you want to transfer fund to other BitUnix user. But of course, you need to save their address right here, either the user ID, their mobile number, or their email address. So in this case, I wanted to transfer to this account, for example, and I wanted to transfer $100, okay, to this particular account. Then I'm going to click withdraw. Then it's going to send to this account with no fee charges. You can see that at the bottom right there, it's written that fee. There's no fee charges between two BitUnix user. So click confirm. Then they're going to ask you for some code that will be sent to your email. Okay, so I'm going to check that code in my email right now. So I'm going to put in the code for the transfer. And my Google Authenticator code. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Google Authenticator right now to get the code. So once I paste it in ready, then I'm just going to click submit. And there you go. $100 has been sent to the other BitUnix user account. So from here, you can check your withdrawal history, or else you want to complete the transaction, just click got it. Then we go back to here. So withdrawing on-chain, like the one that I mentioned, imagine this is the wallet that you are going to transfer from. So first of all, select the network. Okay, say for example, I'm going to use ERC20. So you can see at the bottom right here, it's going to show you that the network fee is going to be 5 USDT. So if 5 USDT is a little bit too high, you maybe want to choose like TRC20, which only charges you 1 USDT. Let's say a Polygon is only 1 USDT. BEP20 is only 0.3 USDT. So assuming that BEP20 is the lowest one, so you wanted to use BEP20 as the network that you want to transfer, withdraw your USDT to your BitUnix account. So make sure that you use the same exact network, BEP20. Okay, this is a reminder for everyone right here, because there are a couple of people who made this mistake of choosing the wrong network. You might ended up your fund gets stuck in blockchain and you won't be able to recover that. Okay, so that's all about how to fund your account. Apart from that, okay, so apart from funding your account by sending it from other wallet, if you already have other wallet, of course, but what if you don't have other wallet? Okay, so you're starting out very new, this is your first experience ever, how you are going to fund your account. So basically you can actually go to your home page and you can click on this buy crypto. Okay, see this button, buy crypto? So once you click on buy crypto right here, well, it will brings you to this third-party screen. Okay, so say for example you wanted to buy before that. Okay, so how to use this, basically it depends on which of the currency that you currently have in your bank account. So for example, I am from Malaysia right now. I am using Malaysian ringgit. I need to choose my currency to Malaysian ringgit first. Click on currency and go for Malaysian ringgit, which is this one. So choose that one first, and I would like to buy, let's say 500 ringgit Malaysia worth of USDT. Once I did that, I will need to click on buy. For some reason it doesn't really appear here. Okay, let's try that again. I'm not too sure what actually happening right here, because it doesn't really shows me the next options. Okay, I guess something is wrong right here. Probably you might need to use the computer version to be able to use this option here. So it is not the amount. Let me just give it a try again. Okay. So apparently Malaysian ringgit is not available, and if I'm going to use like US dollar right here, it allows me to click the buy USD button at the bottom, but it will not be available for me if I'm going to use Malaysian ringgit instead. Okay, so this is something weird, because I tried this on my computer version, it works perfectly well. I'm not too sure why it's not happening right now. So maybe on the mobile version, it's not made available for Malaysian ringgit for you to purchase your crypto from. So basically, this one is very simple. Let me just choose back a US dollar first, just to show you an example. And you just type like, let's say you wanted to purchase 200 USDT worth of USDT, US dollar. So you just click on buy USDT. And it will bring you to another page where you can pay with your Visa card. You can pay your MasterCard, you can pay your Apple Pay, or even bank transfer as well. But if you are using bank transfer, you just need to make sure that you have the currency in USD so that you can transfer to this third party. Okay, so in this case right here, we are using Coinify to purchase this USDT. So what happened is that you need to make your payment to Coinify, and Coinify will send this USDT coin to your BitUnix account. But please bear in mind that you are purchasing from a third party Coinify right here. It will not credit your coin immediately to your BitUnix wallet, so you might need to wait for a bit. The last day I purchased from this third party, it took me about like 1.5 hours before the coin will arrive in my BitUnix wallet. So it will not be immediate unless you use P2P, in which is not available on the mobile version. You can only use P2P in the computer version for you to fund your account using P2P marketplace. Okay, so this is how you purchase and fund your wallet the other way around if you are not sending it from your other exchanges or other wallet to fund your wallet. Okay, and what you have right here is that apart from deposit, buy crypto, you can also invite your friend, and campaign. The campaign is basically your rewards. Okay, so what the campaign center, ongoing campaigns, past campaigns, it will show you right here. It will also show you the tasks. Okay, this is the awesome part about BitUnix, where when your account is eligible for you to take part under some certain tasks, it will actually appear right here. So when you trade until it reaches to a certain volume, you will be rewarded with USDT as a bonus for you. So the more you trade, the more you will be rewarded. Okay, so at this moment of time, I don't have any ongoing task that is available right here for me to take part. And also you can join the community. Okay, so they have a couple of social media like the X account, Telegram global group, announcement channel, LinkedIn. So all these things, you can make best use of these informations that has been provided by BitUnix. Okay, so this is really, really awesome. Now, the rest of the thing right here, this is going to be your announcement page where it is going to show you some of the new coins that has been listed on BitUnix. This is the copy trading page, which I don't really use it. For those of you who is fancy enough for you to copy some trades for those from these trading experts right here, you can just click in any one of those. To be very honest with you, I have never tried any one of these. For me, it's like I prefer to trade myself where I can control my own risk. Okay, so when you let other people control your trades, you're basically copying their trades. And you can see, for example, like this trader called the One-Eyed King, he basically have this 7-day ROI of 45.97%, and in the past 7 days, he already made like what, $2,000 over. Okay, the win rate 68%. So it will show you all this information and data right here. But of course, this one is already full, 300 packs already taken full. So Mr. Hunter is still available, but only giving you like 2%. And BitUnix X challenge is giving you 15,000% also. I think this one is quite good. Win rate is 86%. So if you wanted to copy this trader, so you can just click on copy, and you can put like how much of funds that you would like to transfer for it to copy trading. So for example, I wanted to use, let's say, $100. Okay, so $100, you just put it there. Stop loss recommended, maybe I put there 100%. So well, you see the maximum limit. Okay, let me put like maybe 50%. Okay, so 50%, and I've read the agreed and user agreements. Okay, so this one is optional. This is the first time I do this. I think I'm not really clear on what am I doing right here. I'm just clicking on whatever I can click here just to show you guys how does this works. Okay, so let me just click next, and okay, so I guess I have started to copy this guy right here, and apparently I don't think he has any trades that's going on. So yeah, nothing actually happens here. Oh yeah, this is my copy. Yeah, this is my copies. And so from here, I can say that the amount of margins that I've placed is $100. I'm copying these particular traders right here, and I can transfer. I don't know what setting is this. Or settings is stop loss setting, and I can transfer from my spot account to this copy trading account if I wanted to add funds to it. Now I'm currently having $100 in my copy tradings account, and I can also click up, and if I feel like I don't want to follow him anymore, I can just end this by just clicking the end button. So it's quite straightforward from here. So this is basically copy trading, in which like I don't quite fancy copy trading, as I mentioned before, but yeah, since we are here, so you can just play around with that. Okay, yeah, you have this P2P trading right here. Oh yeah, okay, they just made this available too. Okay, I just came across this. This is the latest version of the app where they have this P2P tradings on mobile as well. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. So P2P trading, okay, since we are on this page already, so let me just show you very quickly on what are the things to take note when you use this P2P trading to fund your account. So basically, when you choose your currency already, like Malaysian ringgit, so there'll be some traders or some vendors that is eligible for you to purchase your USDT from. Say, for example, this Marvel Pay, he or she is selling this at 4.365. So you can see that as you scroll down, the rate is going to be a little bit more expensive. And most of the time, what are the things that I'm currently looking at is I'm going to look at the completion rate here. This is 100%, which is good. How many orders that this vendor has managed to go through. This is only one order. And I will only choose those who is online. Unfortunately, I can't see it here, not unlike the computer version where you can see this online vendor. So when you purchase from them, you can actually run those transactions immediately. Okay, now just show you a very quick example here. Marvel Pay, this one, 0 orders, 0 completion rate. basically I will not buy from this guy. I will probably choose this one, Bing Trade Asia. I'm just going to click buy. So you say that you don't meet the conditions to trade, please check other ads. So got it. So I just need to find other vendors that enables or allow me to buy from them. Okay, because some of the requirements that this vendor has set, so this one is made available for me. So basically, how do you buy it? You just need to, for example, I want to use like 200 Malaysian ringgit to buy. Okay, so you need to have like more than 300. So put it 500 just to show you that. So I'm using 500 Malaysian ringgit to purchase 111.86 USDT, and I need to select my payment method, bank transfer, whatever not. Then the moment when I click on buy USDT button right here, they will actually shows me the account, the bank account that I should transfer to. And once I made that payment already, I transfer the funds to the bank account that has been given to me, I will need to click a button called payment completed right here. So after this screen, when I click buy USDT, it will bring you to a payment page where you need to log into your own bank account on a separate browser, on a separate phone or whatsoever. So make payment, make your transfer from there, then go back to the page and click on that payment completed button. Okay, only after you have made your transaction. So once you make a transaction, make sure that you screenshot the receipt, because sometimes the vendor wanted to see it as a proof that you have made your payment. Once you click your payment completed, send your receipt over in the chat, then the vendor will release the coin into your BitUnix app. So this is pretty straightforward. Okay, so if you have any challenges of funding your account by using either P2P or your third-party purchase, please make sure that you let me know directly so that I can assist you from there, or else you can contact the customer service as well. The customer service are more than willing to assist you from there as well. Okay, so now let us go to the functionality part. This is the home page, and from the home page you can see some popular spot gains in the past 24 hours, top gainers in the top 24 hours, popular futures, what are the coins that people has been trading right now and stuff like that. And this is what you can see from the home page. Okay, now the next page, what you can see here is the marketplace. The marketplace is the one that you wanted to look for coins to trade. Okay, for example, like in futures, you can click on the 24 hours button to check on what are the coins that has been moving currently right now. Like for example, this Voxel coin has been moving quite drastically in the past 1 hour, and currently it's been stuck over here. It doesn't really move up, it doesn't really move down as well. So if let's say I wanted to place a trade on this one, what you can do at the bottom part of this, it will actually give you an option to open long or open short position. And apart from here, since we are on this screen, right, I'm just going to show you a few more features here when you press onto this one. Okay, let's go back to the marketplace. So from here, let's say you choose any of this coin. Okay, like just now I've chose a Voxel. Okay, so you click on Voxel, it will bring you to this chart. From this chart, you can choose your time frame. What are the time frame that you want to view on this chart, whether it's a 4-hour candle, 1 hour time frame, 15 minutes, or 1 minute, and so on. Okay, so I'm looking at the 1 minute time frame right now, and this is my 50 minutes time frame. So say for example, I wanted to place a trade. I'm going to click on open short, a very quick one. Okay, I'm just going to choose my leverage from here. So this is where you choose a leverage. Click on this one. You can slide your leverage for open long position and open short position. Once you choose that, click confirm. You're also allowed to choose whether you're going to use an isolated mode or a cross mode from here as well. And for a quick comparison between what is the difference between these two is that cross mode, when you use cross mode, you will expose yourself to the whole wallet liquidation, because you are basically using the collateral in the balance of your wallet as a collateral for your trades. While isolated, the maximum amount that you can use, I mean, the maximum amount that you can lose is only on that particular trade. Okay, so it will not disturb the collateral or the rest of the balance in your wallet. But of course, both of these has their own pros and cons. It depends on which strategy that you apply for your trades. Then you just choose that. For in my case, I would like to use cross mode because my stop loss will be always there to protect me. Okay, so the next one is this limit trade, market trade, trigger order, or trading stop. The most common one used are the market trade, limit trade, and trigger order. I won't use trading stop. And how to use market trade? Pretty simple. Click on market, then you can choose this USDT cost value, nominal value, or quantity unit. So always choose USDT cost value. Is simple and straightforward. Say for example, now I wanted to use $100. Okay, so I just click on here, $100, type $100 from here, and you can see that I can actually basically place a trade right now. But what happened here is that I do not have any balance in my futures wallet because I forgot to transfer it from my spot wallet just now. So what I can do here is that I go back to my assets, click on transfer, and I would like to transfer from spot to futures account. Let's say I want to transfer all of them. So click all and click on confirm. Okay, so that's it. I have transferred my funds from my spot wallet to my futures wallet. So my futures wallet, I have this $1,004. Now I need to go back to the futures again, and this is the same coin, Voxel coin still. I'm going to use my $100 to place a short position. Click on short position. There you go. So this is my position that has been running right now, and it will show you some the ROI that I've made, and also how much money that I basically made here. So from here itself, what you can do is that there are a couple of things here. You can adjust your leverage. Okay, even though it's a running position, you can still adjust it. But the moment when you adjust your leverage, your ROI and your margin will be adjusted at the very same time. But one very crucial thing here you need to remember, the moment when you have placed a trade, always remember to set your stop loss. So this is where you set your stop loss. So stop loss over here is pretty simple and straightforward. You can adjust set your take profit as well. The top part is for you to set the take profit. The bottom part is for you to set the stop loss. So unless you know what is the entry price or the price that you wanted the stop loss to be triggered, you can also click here by choosing by ROI and click onto this ROI button. Say for example, I wanted to set my stop loss at 50%, negative 50%. I just type 50 over there. The negative value will appear automatically, and click confirm from there. So what happened just now was I have already set, can you see that at the bottom right here, position TP/SL, that is my stop loss. So if I wanted to edit that, I just need to click onto this button right here, and I can edit my stop loss right here as well. Okay, so just click, let's say a 30%, just click 30% and click confirm, and it will change to 30% of stop loss. So what happened here is that when this trade runs onto a negative 30% of a drawdown, it will automatically close the whole position for me, simply because when I set over here, I am choosing the position. That means it will close the whole position when the trade runs onto drawdown as much as 30%. That means I'm only willing to risk 30% for this particular trade. You can also set partial stop loss. That means like if you reach to that certain conditions, it is only closing partially of that. So I can see that my position has been closed just now. Okay, so I already closed my position with 30% of stop loss right here. Okay, so let's go back to the chart and see like what actually happened just now. It closes my trade. This is on the 50 minutes time frame, on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so this is like kind of like moving up a little bit, and I do not want to trade this coin right now. I want to change another coin. Okay, so what are the things that I can do here? Go to marketplace again. Let's check on other coins, see whether are there any possibility for us to place a trade. So I can see that right now the market movement was not really fancy some entry right here, so I might need to scroll through a few coins before I can find a good one for me to place a trade. Okay, so say for example I wanted to trade this plume. Okay, I'm not too sure whether I pronounce it correctly. I wanted the system to help me place a trade when it reached to this 0.1925. Okay, so that's it. Now the current price is not there yet. I wanted the system to place a trade for me when it reached to 0.1925. Okay, so what I do is that I'm going to click an open long position, and instead of choosing market trade, I'm going to choose trigger order. So trigger order, I'm just going to type that 0.1925, and the next thing they need to do is that make sure that you click on this market option so that you can see that here it will give you the best market price. Instead of, if you unclick this again, it will toggle with another figure that will pop up. So this is the confusing part, because it will not trigger your order even though when it hits to the numbers that you've placed in, because the price that it will actually trigger, it is actually 0.1906. Yeah, I know that it sounds a little bit confusing, so to deconfuse you guys, please make sure that you click on this market button before you place your trigger order. Okay, so say Same thing goes. I wanted to use like $100 for me to place this trade. Now, for a trigger order or even market order or limit order, you can actually preset your stop loss first before the trade has been triggered. So how you can do that is that just basically click onto this TPSL amount. You can also click on the advanced button so that this screen will appear again. And this is a long position. I wanted to set my stop loss at, let's say, a 50% from my trigger price. Okay, so I'm going to click confirm from there. So this stop loss will be putting this figure over there. It will also show me my estimated loss. If it hit my stop loss as negative 50%, I'm going to lose like negative $49 from here. And once that's done, I'm going to click on this open long position, and I will just uncheck this box so that it doesn't show this one for confirmation again. Click confirm, and that's it. My order has been placed. Now, if you scroll at your order here, it will not show us anything because simply your trade hasn't been triggered yet. But if you're going to look at the chart, okay, click onto these two candles here, you will see that on top of this, there's this dotted line called open long. So that is where my position is. Because the candle hasn't reached to that stage yet, it will not trigger the position and it will be still there. Okay, so when a position hasn't been triggered, it will actually appear right under here in open orders. So open orders tab, you can check under the limit market trade, your stop loss set, and also your trigger trade, which is here. So this is the trade that we have set just now. It is still untriggered. Okay, that's why it will appear here, and you can see from here the take profit stop loss will be already being set here as well. But of course, on the chart, it will not show you where is your stop loss, simply because the trade hasn't been triggered yet. Okay, so what you can do here is that when this trade has been triggered, the stop loss will appear on the chart, but it will not appear under your position. It will become another open orders under this one, take profit or stop loss. It will appear under here. Okay, because I do understand that some of you are a little bit of concern when you preset it and when the trade has been triggered, it will not appear on the position part. In fact, it will appear as another open orders. Okay, so when your stop loss is not here, but it appears on the chart, so don't get panic, your stop loss are still there. Okay, so don't panic so fast. Okay, so just show you another example. Let's say I'm going to Vox sell again, so I can see that this coin is moving down. So in order for me to not miss out this opportunity, I'm going to just place another market trade quickly, and let me just place that trade first. So Vox sell has been in. I'm going to set my stop loss at, let's say, 50% first and let it run. Okay, and inside this you can see that this position stop loss will actually appear at the bottom right here. So it will kind of like shows me like how much money that I will potentially lose if it hit my stop loss. And apart from that, okay, so the cool part about this BitUnix app is that you can actually print the P&L poster. Okay, so which is like really cool. So you can slide to the right, you can choose like which design that you want, and you can also click on settings to choose like to show what are the other informations that you wanted to show. For example, your ROI, how much money that you've made, or if you are not comfortable showing how much money was there, you can just turn off this P&L and just show the percentage, which is cool as well. Okay, so for example, you have like made 9%. So this 9%, you wanted to let people know that this 9% is actually my $9. If let's say you have chosen this, you can click on save, and yeah, then it will be saved on your phone, where you can share it with your friends in your social media and whatsoever. Okay, so it will be available from there. Okay, so this is quite cool, and I think one of the best features here in BitUnix, this is one of my favorite. I love all this design here. I love all this design, especially that when they have the Batman. I do hope that they put back the Batman again. Okay, I did make this request again. Batman is always been my favorite, and I'm a huge Batman fan. And yeah, I kind of miss my Batman poster, which they kind of like remove it a while ago. So hopefully they will place it back real soon. Okay, so this is how do you place a trade from here. So we talk about market trade, we talk about trigger order, we haven't talked about limit trade. Okay, so limit trade is whereby, let's choose another coin to show you. Limit trade, okay, so I think that everyone have understood that you've heard this term called buy low, sell high, right? So from here, you can see that the price is already being so high up. If I'm going to just purchase here to put a long position, it might not be so viable, right? I wanted the system to help me to buy if the coin drops until, let's say, this line, 0.6769, okay? So I wanted the system to help me to place a long position only if the candle drops to this level. So that is what limit trade is all about. Okay, so how to set a limit trade is like this. Okay, so click on open long position, limit trade. I'm going to type the number 0.6769. That is where I want the system to help me place an order. But before that, please make sure that you check the leverage. Is this the leverage that you want? You can put it to maximum or whichever leverage that you're comfortable using that. Okay, so 6769, and the cost value that I want to use, let's say I wanted to put $100 in this trade, and my take profit stop loss, I wanted to set it, let's say 50% first. Okay, so click confirm, and I'm going to click open long. Okay, so that's it. Your trade has been placed, but it will not appear under the voxel. I mean, like your current running position, because the trade has not been activated, has not been triggered yet. Okay, so what you can do here is that you can check on whether are there any open orders right here. So under open orders, there will be showing you this limit or market trade. So there is where our trade belongs to. It hasn't been triggered yet. It's a limit order, and trigger order, there is one as well which hasn't been triggered also. So now you have like both your trigger order and your limit order all under the open order, since both of them hasn't been triggered. Now if let's say it doesn't go to the directions that you wish it would go to, and you wanted to remove this, okay, feel free to do that. You can just click on cancel, and there it goes. Okay, so another way to do that, you can basically do that on the chart itself. Okay, let's say I'm going to go back to Plume, go back to the chart, and okay, so from here I cannot cancel this simply because it's a mobile version. I can only do that on the computer version, where if I'm going to place a trigger trade or even limit trade right here, I can actually cancel it immediately from the chart, but I won't be able to do that on the mobile version. Okay, so you just need to explore a little bit. So since this voxel trade is already running the profit ready, I can choose to close it, or maybe I wanted to trail the stop loss. Okay, so I wanted to trail the stop loss to make it close with profits. Okay, let's say at 38%. So let me just secure that first. So this is at a 94% of profit. I wanted it to close at, let's say, let me just see, what are the figures that I can probably make. Let's say 56%. Okay, so I wanted it to close at 56% and brought me $50 when it closed it there, then I have my $50 as my profits. Okay, so rather than it just went down like that. Okay, so what are the other things that we haven't covers right here? Okay, now this mirror is like really important. Okay, so like the moment when I click on it, there's another pop-up screen come up from the bottom right here. So this is very important. Your margin rate now, it's shown me that I am using 3% from my wallet. Okay, so always remember that you try to keep it anything below 50%. Okay, 50%, that means that you have used up almost 50% of your funds for you to place that trade. Eventually, you might potentially liquidate your account because it's getting very, very dangerous already. You've been using up most of your funds from there. Okay, and what are the other features to be covered from here is that the drawing part. Okay, so on the chart right here, do you know that you can actually draw some certain lines here? So on these certain lines, what you can do here is that you can choose on your, like let's say, for example, you wanted to display some EMA here. You can display this Bollinger Band. You can display some volume. And for me, it depends on which type of strategy that you guys are using. If you wanted to use some lines, you wanted to draw some lines here, you can always click onto these setting buttons next to this more setting buttons right here. Okay, so you will show you this other screen where you can go to this draw button. Oh, there's a new thing here called the Trading View Ultra. I'm not too sure what is this. Is something new to me as well. I think it gave us some I think it gives us some options. A trading view mode, K-line in full screen mode, a professional way to check out trends in chart. Oh, that's cool. Okay, trading view setting, more indicator setting, more professional indicators. Okay, that's cool. Quick order, trade directly on K-line. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That is seriously cool. Okay, so you have some things that you can play around right here. So now they are using this a chart from trading view. So it's going to look exactly like a trading view where you can, the interface are the same. So I can actually draw some lines right here immediately. Like for example, this pencil, and I wanted to draw, let's say, a horizontal line, maybe a trend line. Okay, so a trend line. So click from here and pull all the way up here. Then there you go. I have my trend line. So the control is exactly the same like in trading view. So it's pretty cool. I just came about this because BitUnix has just launched this new K-line options where on the drawing itself, you can basically draw lines straight away from there. Okay, you can draw lines straight away from there. And what I can see right here, this plume coin, okay, I'm not sure where I pronounce it correctly. I can place a position right here. Okay, so since it's like moving down, I would like to take this opportunity for me to place a short position, for example. Okay, so basically I think it allows me to place an order here immediately without going to the order options or the screens. Okay, so I can pull like how much I wanted to use. Let's say I'm going to use $100 for me to open a short position. Okay, yeah, it just place the order for me. Wait, this is not an open order, right? It's a limit order. Is it a limit order? Let me just check this very quickly. Yeah, I think it's a limit order. Yeah, it is a limit order. It is a limit order. So I need to delete this. I do not want it to have a limit order right there. I want it to become a market order. Okay, so I need to go back to the screen again. And let's try to place a market order. Okay, so place a market order and set my stop loss first as usual. I'm just going to put only 30% first for this. And this has been running at a profit. Let me just move it a little bit, slightly higher, maybe 73%. Okay, 73% is going to be a little bit too close. Okay, 56%, I think that's good. Okay, good. So Plume is running on profits again. Okay, now, again, sorry, let me just go back to the chart again. And since a K-line drawing made available right here, so on the chart, okay, so you can see that your position that has been placed, like I placed a short position, there's a small S right here, indicating that I have already placed a position from for this coin. Okay, it's a short position, and it will also show that you guys saw this one, the stop loss all. So this is where my stop loss located on the chart. Here, this one on this dot right here, the red colored dotted line. So that's where my stop loss is. And of course, I cannot drag this stop loss, not on the mobile version. I can do that on the computer version where you can drag the stop loss on the chart itself, which is much more convenient. So if you wanted to adjust the stop loss, you need to go back to the control. Okay, go back to your trades and you either click on the TPSL button right here, or you can click onto this pen on the right. You can also change the same stop loss from there. Okay, so this is basically how do you manage your trade from your BitUnix app, how to place a trade on your BitUnix apps. This is basically the futures order. All right, so apart from that, if you wanted to place a trade, you can, apart from like typing in the cost value, you can also slide this. It will also shows you like how many percent of the funds that you are currently using right now for you to place that particular trade. And TPSL is here, advanced button is here. Okay. And what else do I miss? This plus button on available is basically for you to add your funds or shift your funds over, and open long, open short position. And yeah, I guess I have managed to go through most of it. So this is where you print your P&L poster. You can choose to save it. And what else? And right here, yeah, right here, this is where you check your previous trade. okay, your previous position history. So I have this trade that's been running before this. I can recheck again, and to this is the voxel trade that has been closing with a negativity just now. This is my drawdown, and you can just save it also if you wanted to show this as well. You can show your trade history, your funding history, your future bonus, and everything else that you can see under this small the bought button right here on the right. Okay, do you see that? You have position, you have open orders, you have assets, okay, and you have this bought icon right here. So the moment when you click on this icon, it'll bring on to this one. You can check your position history for all those trades that you have already closed, for you to just then look back, you know, how much money that you have made probably. Okay, so this one, this voxel has been doing pretty well. Okay, that is quite good. And I think okay, this is one of the tricks since I'm on this screen right now, right? So you can see that it's been running a profit. I might need to move my stop loss to lower so that it will close with a better profits for me. Okay, so maybe 163, maybe 100%. Okay, so it's 78%, so I just leave it at 100%. So it drops down at 100%, then I'm just going to collect the profit as much as, 100%. 100% is $100 from here, so it basically I've secured this trade already, while I'm waiting for this plume trade to run onto more profit before I can, secure that trade. Okay, so apart from that, I think we have covered most of the futures trading options right here on the screen. I've talked about the mode, I have talked about the leverage, I have talked about, okay, now this leverage for this particular coin, I haven't changed it yet, so it's still on 20x and 25x. Okay, now let me just show you what is going to happen if you change your leverage on an existing running position like this one. Okay, so Plume, I already placed a trade that's running on 3% of profits at $99 margin. Okay, now watch this. Okay, I'm going to click on this pen button right here. So from 20x, I'm going to slide it to 25x for both of them. And when I click confirm, let's see what happened. Okay, the leverage is going to change. Okay, is going to be reduced, and of course the margin will be reduced as well. Okay, when you did that, right, basically why this has been reduced is basically the chart has actually moved down. Okay, that's one thing. In fact, if the chart hasn't moved, it's going to increase the ROI percentage, but the margin will be reduced simply because they wanted to make sure that the amount of money that you made over here is going to be the same. Okay, so I can see that a plume has been moving down. Okay, let me just have a very quick check on the chart again. Let's see what is happening over there. So it kind of like moved up a little bit. Okay, moved up a little bit, which is perfectly normal. That is a normal movement of a coin. Okay, so on a small time frame, it kind of like looks like you wanted to just move up a little bit. All right, so probably if for those of you who are not aware of how the skill of chart reading is, if you're not comfortable, you can choose to close the position. So how to close the position? Okay, be it with a position that is in profit or a position that is running on the drawdown like this, you can choose to close the position in two manners. One is to close entirely and absorb whatever loss there is. Two is to close partially with it. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to close partially with this. Now take notice that my margin is $79. I am making a $2 loss right here on the drawdown. So I'm going to click onto this close button. So where I can choose how much I wanted to close this position right now. I'm going to choose, let's say, 50%. Okay, so 50%, I'm going to close this $1.5. Click confirm. Now notice that I reduced the margin, okay, and my unrealized profit has been reduced to half as well. So that is how do you collect partial profit or close partial of your position. Now, say for example, I don't want this trade ready, even though it is with losses or with gain or whatever not. I wanted to close the whole position. That is where you can click close all. Okay, the close all button. When you click onto that, it will close the whole position for you. Okay, with whatever loss that you're currently making right here. And another cool option here is the reverse option, where can you see that the button next to this close all button right here? These two arrows, one is pointing down, the other one is pointing up. When you press onto this button, it will immediately change the directions of your trade. Okay, from a short position to a long position. Okay, from a long position to a short position. So it depends on whether you want to use it. And I can see that the trade has been running the profits right now. So I shouldn't reverse this trade, because when I reverse it, it will go into a long position. When it comes to a long position, then it might actually goes into the drawdown. All right. So yeah, this is the reverse button that you can actually play around with. But of course, immediately when you reverse a position, you need to reset your stop loss again. Okay, because the stop loss will be reset as well as you change your position. Yeah, I think it makes sense, right? Okay, so what else do I miss here? Let me just go through very quickly. I will talk about the leverage, talk about open. Okay, the close option, I normally don't use it. The close option will be available for you to kind of like ask the system to close a certain running trades for you when it hit to a certain order or number. Say for example, this one, the voxel trade, I wanted to close this order, okay, but of course I need to make sure that I click on voxel coin first, so that this will display voxel at the top left corner right here. And I wanted to close this trade when it hit some certain value, and how much I wanted to close. Let's say I want to close the whole position, is going to be 100%. Then you just put it there, close short position, click onto this green button, then it will do the job for you. Okay, so I normally don't use this because I normally will close my trade manually, or I trail my stop loss manually. When you hit to a certain stage right there, it will help me to close the position. Okay, so that is the close option. Market, I talk about it. Price, cost value, slider bar, take profit, stop loss, open long, open short. So I basically covered most of it from here in under futures trading. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about this one. Okay, the trade. Trade is basically spot trading. So spot trading, it means that I am buying a certain coin at this price point. Okay, so yet again, if you wanted to trade spot, make sure that you have enough funds in your spot wallet. So that, because just now I've been transfer all my funds into my futures wallet, so with that I would need to transfer to spot again. Okay, so how to do that? Just go back to assets. Go back to assets and click on transfer, and click on futures to spot account. So I wanted to transfer all my funds back to my spot account again. So now I have some funds in my spot account. So how to actually buy this? You wanted to choose a coin under spot wallet. Maybe I wanted to buy Bitcoin, for example. So I choose Bitcoin. So you display that Bitcoin. And right here, right now, at this moment of time, Bitcoin is at this price point at 94,971. Say for example, I wanted to place a market buy or sell. Okay, so go back here because I'm not too familiar with the new features around. So I wanted to click on market trade, and I wanted to use, let's say I have like $1,200, right? I wanted to use like $100 for me to buy Bitcoin. Then I'm going to just click buy Bitcoin, and that's it. So from here at the bottom, unlike futures trading, it will shows your trades to be appeared on here, right? But on spot trading, it's not available here. How to check whether have we placed our trade correctly or accurately? Okay, so you go back to your assets. What you will see from here under spot wallet, you will see that the balance of your USDT appears to be here. Okay, I think my voxel trade has been closed with profit. That is good. And also my Bitcoin. Can you see that? $100 worth of Bitcoin is here. You click on Bitcoin, can you see that? $100. So this is my investment. So I purchased Bitcoin at that particular price point, and I have $100 worth of Bitcoin in this wallet here. Okay, so I think on the, what you call that, on this spot trading is very, very straightforward. You just need to buy or sell. Now, say for example, I have made my profit ready on Bitcoin and I want to sell it off and enjoy the profits. What you can do here is just click on sell button, slide the slider bar to maximum. Okay, so now I wanted to sell whatever or how much Bitcoin that I'm currently having right here by clicking the sell Bitcoin button. Okay, so when I sell Bitcoin button, what will happen? You say that's success, but yet again, it will not show anything right here. And when you go back to your assets, it will not show your balance in Bitcoin anymore. Okay, see that? So Bitcoin has turned to 0.36 only because my funds from Bitcoin has already transferred as USDT, because you are trading between USDT and Bitcoin. So when you sell Bitcoin, you are going to get your USDT back again. So that is how do you transfer funds back to your USDT wallet. Okay, so when you go back to your overview, this is your overview, and you can see from here your my spot wallet with the balance of 1,002, my futures account with 204, and I have this copy account. I think copy account, they have started to place a trade. Okay, they have started to place a trade because I remember I only placed like $100, and currently I'm having this unrealized profit of $3 right here, which is I think quite cool. Okay, so they have like a running trade that's running, and I'm not too sure where can I see. Oh, okay, they placed this Dogecoin, a Dogecoin that has been running on 6% of profit, which is quite cool. Okay, so yeah, this is like how do you make money when people are trading for you. Okay, so unfortunately, for myself personally, I don't fancy about copy trading that much. I prefer to trade myself so that I can enjoy all the profit by myself, and I hold my own risk in my own hand. Okay, now I think this Plume coin, I can show you the reverse button. Okay, so it's as it goes on to negativity, right? So I'm going to click onto the reverse button just to show you guys how am I going to change from this short position to a long position like this. Cling. Okay, so you can just uncheck this box so that it doesn't show us again. So click confirm. So we change from short position to long position. Okay, from red to green. And of course, the moment when you did that, you need to make sure that you need to reset your stop loss again, because once you change the directions, your stop loss will not be there anymore. I think it kind of makes sense for everybody else. So you just need to remember, when you shift your reverse position, you need to always reset your stop loss again. Okay, so if you don't want this position to be there anymore and you wanted to close it, and what you can do here, you can use the method that we have mentioned just now. So this is my position of Plume. So I place my position and currently is running at the profit, and say I do not want this already, I want to close this profit. I'll just click close all. And don't show this again, and I will have whatever profits that I'm currently making into my wallet. Okay, and you can see that under open orders, I still have one trigger trade that hasn't been triggered yet, which is the open long position. I think it's going to be placed over right here. When you go back to the chart, you will see that that position is at the top here. Can you see that? The trigger trade. So the trade has been running in the range right now, and yeah, the trigger trade is above it. It hasn't been triggered, and if let's say I wanted to remove this, I do not want this trigger trade anymore, so just go back here and click cancel, or you can click cancel all as well to remove everything. Okay, so there you have it, guys. All the controls here, I think I've gone through enough. Your home features, your market for you to scroll through and look for coins that you wanted to trade. Futures, how do you going to place your futures trades from here? How do you use your wallet, and how do you buy coin under spot trading? And how do you use your wallet and transfer your funds from futures to earn and spot and to overview and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it will help you to give you a better idea on how do you use your mobile app for you to place a trade and for you to control your trade. And personally, for me, I love to use mobile app because I'll be on the run most of the time. I do not have access to my laptop most of the time, so I am using the mobile app to trade a lot. Okay, so okay, guys, I guess that's it for now. Right, guys, make sure that you sign up for your new BitUnix account in the description area below and send it over to my Telegram, where I'll add you to our support group where you can enjoy all the supports that you need and gain massively together with us. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.